Hey everyone, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of iCritic.net, and don't worry, this will not be as crazy as that thumbnail has thought you to believe. But here I am at the Irvine Spectrum. I love this theater, by the way. I absolutely love it. And we're not going to stay here long because I'm going to be walking to go get some lunch or something. Maybe Johnny Rockets. I feel like a grilled cheese. But something happened today that I never thought I would actually do. I got to see this Dragon Ball Super Broly in an IMAX theater. Now granted, it was the dubbed version, although the dub has gotten way better over the years. But it's, hey Ellen Air Force, how you doing? But I actually got to see a Dragon Ball movie in IMAX. Now, anime being in IMAXs are actually nothing new. In Japan, they're in IMAX all the time. I think Pokemon 3, the movie, was the first movie to actually show up in an IMAX hype then, and there's been several Dragon Ball movies, and a couple of the Ghibli films have shown up in IMAX, but of course it's in Japan. I'm not in Japan, and even if I were, I can't speak the language yet. And I remember Dragon Ball Z and seeing it on TV, and you watch the movies on VHS, and you kind of hoped, like, boy, wouldn't it be nice to just be able to see these on the big screen, the way they were intended to be seen. And it was a few years ago with the Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods that I think that was the first Dragon Ball, well, not counting the live-action Dragon Ball movie, but that was the first Dragon Ball movie that I got to see in theaters, and it was subtitled. It was like great. I feel like a bucket list item has been checked off. Then you saw another Dragon Ball movie in theaters, and got to see Sailor Moon in theaters, so it was really cool. All these childhood experiences that you always wanted to have, and now you can have them. Now, one thing that should be noted is that apparently the last couple Dragon Ball movies have been in 3D as well. This was not in 3D, so I guess I have one more big screen Dragon Ball experience I have yet to have. Maybe we'll have it one day. I don't know. But not only, I never thought I'd see it in IMAX. I never thought I'd see an anime in the popular series. It's just never been that big of a deal. So when I saw that they were, for one day only, having Dragon Ball on IMAX, I bought my tickets. I even gladly paid out of pocket for that one. I could have used my Cinemia card, but you know what? I wanted to support that one with my money, not theirs. So some people might laugh at me for that, because it's like, oh, you've got Movie Pass, you've got AMC Stubs, you've got Cinemia. Why don't you just use one of those to, you know what? I wanted to support the effort out of pocket this time. And I also have to say, I've been pretty impressed with how Funimation's been handling Dragon Ball recently. It's hard to think that this company, who used to do such a poor job managing this property, has really come along in how many years. In fact, I think this might even be Funimation, because I noticed that 20th Century Fox's logo was before the movie. So they might have made a deal with them to do a more proper theatrical release. Because I remember when the Battle of the Gods came out, it was like a 2-night event thing. Although I saw it at the Triangle Cinema, which is a cinema in Costa Mesa, a very nice cinema, I want to add. And they were showing it like a regular movie all week. But for those 2 nights, that movie made a lot of money. Then they did the Resurrection F movie, which was a Frieza thing, and I think it played like 4 nights in the month, and then some theaters carried it regularly, and it made quite a bit of money, actually. It made a fair amount of money. And with this one, the Dragon Ball Super Broly, something seemed a little different this time around. I mean, first of all, they submitted it to get a rating, as you know if you watch my channel, and that's unusual for them to do. But they got a rating, and on the posters, they're not advertising a one-night event. They are advertising it on January 16th. I think by doing it, that was Funimation deciding, you know what, we make a lot of money every time we do this. Theaters do carry it as regular movies, and they sell enough tickets to justify doing that. Maybe we should just cut out the whole one-night event thing and just release it as a regular movie. Just a regular movie. And I think that's what's happening. They actually teamed up with 20th Century Fox. I think it's on 100 screens if you just want to see it in regular theater. And then they even managed to get one IMAX release. Now, I don't know how big it's being IMAX. Great, lost you a little. So that won't happen again. But I went to an 11:30 a.m. showing, as most of you know who are watching this live. It's fairly early now, but how should I put this? It was fairly full for a Wednesday 11:30 showing. I think there were probably like 25 people there. Not enough to sell at the theater, clearly, but actually no, there might have even been more than 25 because there was a fair amount. There was a fair amount of people there. So if the afternoon and the evening showings do well, maybe it'll even come back for more than a day next week. Who knows? It would be very, I don't know what this thing is. It's just, I don't know what the point of that is, but whatever. So it's kind of nice to see Funimation actually backing Dragon Ball as an actual movie event. Like, they're not treating it as a limited event. They're not treating it as a niche thing. It's like, nope, Dragon Ball is mainstream. It's going to be in theaters as a regular movie. It's going to be in IMAX for one day. I love that. I love that. And as for the actual experience of watching Dragon Ball on the IMAX, that was really, really cool. Dragon Ball is already heightened when it's on a big screen, but for it to be on a giant big screen, that was... I'm not going to forget that experience anytime soon. I'm actually tempted to come back and watch it again, just to see. Because I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to experience it again. Oh, thank you, Endler Force. Thanks for the super chat. I definitely appreciate that. That is, that $2 helped go towards this $20 ticket. I'm going to save my Cinemia passes for maybe a couple other movies. Maybe there's a new anime coming out. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Sounds weird, but I think I'll use my Cinemia for that. That sounds good. Can you get the card if you watch it regular? Are you talking about this? I don't know, to be perfectly honest. I just don't know. I would assume so, while the supplies last. Like I said, it's nice to see it being treated as a regular movie, not just this niche product. And I'm hoping that maybe in the future Funimation can even use that leverage to get other anime in theaters on a more wide scale too. Yeah, can you ask? I'm not at the theater anymore, so you're gonna have to call the theater and ask. But it's not that I don't want to be helpful. I just don't know. But it would be really nice if Funimation, like, maybe next time they have a Dragon Ball movie in theaters, whether they put it in IMAX or not, if they could, like, maybe they could use it as like a way to premiere a couple of commercials for other anime movies that they're gonna also treat as regular movies instead of just niche products. I don't know. Maybe they could start, with some of their limited releases, start expanding them. I don't know. I know it's always been kind of strange to me that Dragon Ball, it's like, okay, we've been how many movies in the theaters, and they never treat it as more than just a niche product, even though Dragon Ball is mainstream. You ask most people on the street what Dragon Ball is, they know what Dragon Ball is. So, but this was like a really, like I said, this seems like a little bit different. Funimation's getting it rated. They're putting it in a regular movie theaters. It's not a limited release thing. It's in IMAX for at least a day. And who knows, if it does especially well, it might even come back to IMAX. But I'm just pretty happy. This was a fun experience. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. Also because I didn't have a video up today. I'm actually working on a video for one of my Patreon members. It's become a big project, but I want to do it justice. So, oh, and there's a Johnny Rockets. I think I'm going to eat a Johnny Rockets for lunch today. But anyway, I would like to thank everyone for watching it. If you get a chance to see this in IMAX today, I strongly recommend you do. Even if it's not like a giant IMAX, I thankfully saw it on the Spectrum. That is a real IMAX. So if you can see it on a real IMAX, that's even better. But even if it's just like a smaller IMAX, I think it would be well worth the trip because it's still a pretty big screen. So, and hey, when you see it, comment below. Tell me what you think about it. I thought it was actually a lot of fun. I might even do a more proper review later on. Who knows? But anyway, we're going to end this. We're going to wrap it up. I'm going to get a grilled cheese sandwich or something. So anyway, comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly, and you get access to my